What's up, my story time peoples? Yes, it's a little different today too. I'm up on the phone record, but we're gonna go into my review, spoiler review by the way, of Scream 7. Dun dun dun. Now, I'm gonna start because everybody else is usually saying, oh my god, it's just complete trash, blah blah blah. More than anything I've seen negative reviews. That's fine. I also agree there's a lot of negatives that kind of overrun a lot of the positives, but I want to start this video with the positives. I want to give some positives that I actually did enjoy from this flick. I'm gonna start with Gale. Alright? Let's see. Gale is perfect in this. I feel, even though this little entrance of her is a little goofy, it kind of holds the Scream comedy-ish edge and kind of throws the audience like, whoa, that just happened. Okay, dang. She just ran fuck over on that motherfucker. Out of nowhere. Leading me to the next thing of that is basically they did it perfect with the fact that she's grieving Dewey every day, no matter what, but she keeps trying to keep going on, blah, 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 all that. But she sprinkles this only with actually decent talks with Sydney. That's basically a lot of what I want to say about her, Gale. Gale was also Gale, the reporter Gale, where she likes to be devious and kind of trick people into doing things onto her news so she can kind of get some, street cred, whatever. Be the top reporter again, trying to come back, get her name out again. You know what I'm saying? So she's still Gale Weathers. I mean, she was pulling one last little thing on Sydney, but I mean, obviously she kind of pushed it, but they make up cute in the end, even though that was a little corny. Like, come on, where the heck had Gale been? But whatever, I mean the positives, okay? I promised I'd do the positives first. And she's still very career-driven in the sense that she won't give up the whole, I want to be important, I want to be special, I want to be the star of something, and I'm going to get out there and keep doing it no matter what. But of course, at the end, she's like more concerned about, is Sydney okay? And just hands the thing to Mindy. I actually liked that. That was kind of cute. Even though it wasn't acted well with Mindy on that scene, it was good. It closed that up well. It was cute. Little aw moment. Now, I liked a lot of the kills. What can I say? I liked a lot of the crazy kills, obviously. I think there was some creative ideas. I liked the thing with the walls while they were trying to get out of the safe room and get out of the house. And Ghostface is like right there, and you can't tell where Ghostface went anywhere because they're in too much panic to check all the cameras and whatnot, and Sydney probably doesn't have her phone, who knows, whatever. But that was a good, and well shot cinematography, awesomeness, and suspenseful, good scene, solid scream, creep-ish. Alright? I enjoyed the charming use of Mindy and Chad, the twins, as we said. Even though they seemed a little too much sometimes, they were themselves. And you have to go back and realize how much they were always chaotic to each other like that in 5. And after everything that happened in 6, I'm sure they're still like, you know, brother, sister, butt heads all the time, but they're more like, alright, yeah, fine, whatever. When the argument's done, they're just like, alright, screw you, bitch, whatever. They're still them. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright. Even though Mindy was a little over the top on her speeches, but I get it. They're trying to just shove nostalgia. It's alright. Let's see. Alright. There was very good use of tension and sound in some of the chase scenes. I really was like, I'm not sure what's gonna happen to certain characters, but I knew they weren't gonna kill Tatum. It's okay. But like, she's a main character, and she's, you know, probably gonna see where Sydney went and everything, so she's gonna be like, girl, where are you at? Like, what, you know, what the heck? But she's rebellious, and Sydney was kind of a dumb mom, so whatever. I didn't like how they did that great, but they did have good wrap up, even though that speech should have happened years ago. Oh my gosh. But that's just them trying to cause some scream drama. Alright. I loved how crazy Jessica was. Because she was so brutal and off her chain crazy to either kill her son during this slaughter or have her partner kill him off. So it was like, she's crazy enough because part of her motive, whatever, was that she was inspired by Sydney's novel and got the empowerment to kill her husband way back. and then ended up in the psych ward where she met the other two killers, but I can't even remember their names, but that's alright. I'm leaving some negatives with the positives, but that's okay. Now I'm gonna go into the negatives. Alright? We made this video too long. Now, negatives. Lots of them. They kind of overpower some of these positives. I know it's a tug of war. I know. But we've been baited in switches. It's all like that when it comes to the Stu thing. Not even a cliffhanger ending that leaves the idea of Stu really being alive that much. Even a slap in the face to the audience where one of the main killers, who was convincing that Stu could possibly somehow be alive. We don't know his condition, whatnot, but he was the one who was starting to make people in the film feel like Stu could be somehow alive. Who knows? He was sort of trying to validate it, whatever. But I don't even remember this dude's name. He was the psych dude, whatever. The officer, psych officer. Even though we don't know whether he actually was or not, it doesn't change anything. So, still it worked. Alright? But, more negatives other than the Stu, because I'm sure many channels can give you way worse Stu nostalgia bullshit. But another positive I had was that they had good ideas with this, and there was potential, but it just wasn't done well. It wasn't executed well. It didn't organically flow like most screams do. It's slow going. Pretty much everybody who dies in this movie, you can't remember their name anyway. I can't even remember Tatum's boyfriend's name, and he was supposed to be a huge red herring. I can't remember Jessica's son, who was even the biggest stab horror movie fan and biggest, suspect other than like the boyfriend or something like that of the killers. The first killer who dies in Act 1, I can't remember his name. He was just some psych patient. I don't freaking know. It was stupid. Whatever, but I can't remember any of Tatum's friends' names, who are pretty much the main crop of people getting slaughtered and cut up and whatnot in the movie. Even though the kills were fun, it just, felt very cheap. And a lot of the good ideas felt cheaply ruined, and good opportunities for other things that they could have led us into a Scream 8, they wasted. And then they give us this happy-go-lucky crap ending that just, everything's supposed to be fine, nobody important dies, and it's trying to act like it's carrying the torch on for certain characters to become the other new characters of other people. And they're trying to act like Gail changed, but of course she never changes. That's what I love about Gail. We just can't excuse her of her Scream 3 outfits and hair, but you know, it is what it is. This is Jesse's Storytime Spectacular. Scream 7 wasn't really that spectacular, but you know, I'm a big fan of Scream. All of them, basically. This movie was fun. I'm not completely hating it out. Certain things are growing on me about it. But it is not a great Scream film. It would be lower on my fave list. But let's hope it grows on me more somehow. And let's hope that we get a good Scream 8. Love y'all. It's Jesse from Jesse's Storytime Spectacular. Peace.